are issues that we are still following up to bring Harare province to the correct line. Harare province is a whole. So there are cases where we felt charges should have been brought, but were not brought, and we are going to pursue those as we go. Then come the Harare province cases. There were quite many, 12. The first one is Comrade Cde Kakashi, whom, as you may know, is the provincial political commissar coming under the national political commissar. Zvino kana uri commissar ukatorasa gwaraka warirasa, because ndiyo unofanira ngori kuti wamwe wese wapinde mugwara. Zvino ukatanga warasika iwewe, vazhinji vacharasika pamusana pako. Anyway, there are many charges against him, and which include manipulating primary elections to influence outcomes in favor of people whom he considered his associates, soliciting a bribe in order to manipulate, in exchange for manipulating a primary election in someone's favor, and the name is mentioned, and that person basically has given a letter to say, yes, I was sought a bribe, I refused, in the elections that took place in 2023. Sowing factionalism and provoking disunity, abuse of office, and of course corruption, and so on. The recommendation of the Harare Provincial Disciplinary Committee was a suspension for 2 years, that is from holding the office for 2 years, but we accepted it, but the Politburo amended it to 3 years. So the verdict against Comrade Damson is that he is removed from his position as provincial political commissar. He cannot hold office in Zanu-PF structures for the next 3 years, but he remains a card-carrying member. The next one was Godwin Gome. Again, the charges were undermining the authority of the party and funding factionalism in violation of the sections which I mentioned, Section 549, subsection 6, engaging in factional activities and division, worse, launching a scathing attack on the President and First Secretary, conduct which we deem grossly indisciplined and a violation of the party's principles. The province had recommended a suspension, but the decision we took yesterday in the Politburo is that he be expelled from Zanu-PF. So Comrade Gome stands expelled from Zanu-PF. Victor Manungo, Victor Manungo, charges against him deliberately disseminating false information on social media, causing disharmony and division within the party, and worse, clandestinely running ghost social media accounts, to hide behind ghosts, to spread falsehoods, incite factionalism, and create disunity. Third charge, engaging in factional activities, basically using social media to cause divisions and undermine party unity. So the decision and disloyalty, treachery to the party. The Harare Provincial Disciplinary Committee had recommended a suspension of 3 years, but the Politburo considered this offense to be more serious and has directed his expulsion from Zanu PF. Spencer Mutero, those are the charges, administering a social media group which was antagonistic to the party's agenda and ethos, personally attacking the president and first secretary on social media in violation of the section 549, publishing divisive videos falsely alleging discord within the presidium, deliberately disseminating false information to create disharmony within the party, all this in contravention of the sections which I've already mentioned. The province had been lenient to him and had imposed a sentence of suspension for 3 years, but the Politburo and the NDC found this was a serious offense which required expulsion. So he stands expelled from Zanu PF with immediate effect. Then Lamek Chimanyiwa, the charge against him is engaging in factional activities and division. The province had imposed a 3-year suspension. The National Disciplinary Committee reduced it to 1-year suspension, and this was accepted by the Politburo. So Lamek Chimanyiwa stands suspended from holding any party position in Zanu PF for 1 year. Comrade Charles Matsika, authorizing and distributing false and misleading material on social media. Again, the province had imposed 2-year suspension. The National Disciplinary Committee reduced it to 1 year, and the recommendation of the National Disciplinary Committee was accepted by the Politburo. So he stands suspended from holding any position in Zanu PF for 1 year, but you remain a card-carrying member. Karen Maingahama, posting anti-Zanu PF messages on social media. The province had recommended 3-year suspension. The National Disciplinary Committee upheld that decision, and the Politburo accepted that recommendation. So Karen Maingahama stands suspended from holding any party position in Zanu PF for the next 3 years. Edson Ringwa, posting anti-Zanu PF messages on social media, but worse, illegal land allocations in Chitungwiza in violation of sections 552 and 553 of the party constitution. Basically, this is what you would call land baron. We are not end up in nzvimbo isiri yake, wototanga kuisa hoko panapa, woita nhano, woisa imwe hoko, wototengesera vanhu woti this is my land. The Provincial Disciplinary Committee had recommended a 3-year suspension, but the National Disciplinary Committee recommended, and this was accepted by the Politburo, recommended expulsion. We wanted to send a clear message to who would be land barons that the party will not tolerate the nonsense and the disorder that they are perpetrating across the country. Denzel Romol, that is the next one, publishing party positions without authorization from the relevant departments. 2, deliberately leaking false information to foment division within the party. Running an anti-Zanu PF media ghost account to advance a divisive agenda. And funding political intolerance and engaging in conduct likely to provoke disunity or negatively impacting on the party as such. It recommended a 3-year suspension. We accepted it as National Disciplinary Committee and we passed it on to the Politburo, which accepted the recommendation. So Comrade Denzel Romol will be suspended from his position but will remain a card-carrying member. He cannot hold any party position for the next 3 years. Comrade Blessing Kambumu, the charges deliberately disseminating false information on social media, causing disharmony and division within the party, clandestinely running a ghost social media account to spread falsehoods, incite factionalism and create disunity, engaging in factional activities and using social media to cause divisions and undermine party unity and so on. The province imposed 3-year suspension. As a committee, National Disciplinary Committee, we upheld that decision, that sentence, and the Politburo accepted the 3-year suspension, which means Comrade Blessing Kambumu cannot hold a party position within ZANU-PF for the next 3 years, but will remain a card-carrying member. Nicole Mutasa, posting anti-ZANU-PF messages on social media. The province recommended 3-year suspension. The National Disciplinary Committee accepted the recommendation, and the Politburo has also accepted that recommendation. So Nicole Mutasa will stand suspended from holding any party position in ZANU-PF for the next 3 years, but will remain a card-carrying member. Comrade Emmanuel Juta, circulating a fraudulent petition advocating the removal of provincial chairman, Comrade Masimurembwa, knowing fully the legality of his actions. The province had imposed a 3-year suspension. The National Disciplinary Committee reduced it to 2 years, and the Politburo accepted that recommendation.